What's up, everybody? It's your boy Bosco here with Jake Till You Make It and Pots-half-full for episode 2 of the Stray J podcast.
Stray J.
Sorry for the Stray J.
Man, I'm impressed with that start.
I did stream on Twitch for a while. I did a lot of It's Your Boy Bosco. It's coming back to me a little bit as we go along. So yeah, today we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna talk about some of the rules in the league, look at some of the team rankings, and then a little ranking of our own of all of you dumb fucks.
I can't wait to put Jason last. It's gonna be so fun.
So off rip, guys. We had some discussion of it in the chat, but actually before we even get there, I think one thing we wanted to talk about was roster sizes. How are we feeling about roster sizes? Jake, you seemed pretty passionate about it. I don't know which way you were going, if you were passionate for more, for less.
So I obviously like the depth in the rosters just because we're doing a Dynasty league, but what really bothers me is we have so many fucking div spots that I am struggling to find. Like in the draft, I was round like 13, 14, I'm like, oh, these people aren't going to matter. And they freaking matter. And it's so annoying because I'm picking such no-name, nothing people that are going to have a significant impact in this extra wide receiver or extra flex spot. And it's just like we have 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flexes, a super flex. And like, it's so much. I just think it's a lot. I think the extra flex is a lot. I like super flex a lot. I have no issues with the super flex. It's just there's so many wide receivers that I have to now remember to like pay attention to, and that to me is a little bit annoying.
How do you feel about that, Potts?
I don't really have a strong opinion either way. I mean, I totally feel like the last extra like flex spot right there might be a little bit overkill. Like, yeah, not too happy with that like second flex spot. I mean, if I'm being really nitpicky, like it just seems like there's no need for it. Like, we could just have 1 flex and a super flex. There wasn't really a need to make it another spot bigger in the starters. But, yeah, I mean, it's just whatever. No big deal either way. How about you, Boxo?
So I disagree so absolutely insanely hard with you guys. I think that if anything, maybe 1 less wide receiver. I think having the 2 flex is super important because that gives people the flexibility, right, of having wide receiver or running back or even tight end heavy teams, right? So they don't have to only have 1 flex. I think the 2 flex is great. In my 10-team league, I'm trying to push for a 3rd flex because this is the first year, right? There's a lot of rookies and stuff, but like by next year, like you're going to be filling up these spots and it's the tough decisions like that, like trying to fill in those spots that make people then push for that extra player. Because right now, a lot of the teams are pretty even, right? Like if we go look at the rankings, right, everyone's team is going to be pretty even for the most part. Like Ruhin, like we were saying, Rohin's team is the only one that's like full on tank right now. And as the season goes on, people are going to be able to make that decision of trading off some of their players to build in the contending players' roster spots. And that's going to help kind of create that distance because if we have easy decisions, or I mean, if the decision, like it can become like kind of super teams are a lot easier to make when you don't have to start as many players, right? And so it as the seasons go on also, and as the years go on and the teams get more defined, like that's really what's going to push teams in different directions and make trades happen. And that's going to be exciting. Like it's exciting to have to be like, fuck. Like, I need Jalen Polk this week to fucking put up some points. Like, I have to start fucking Tutu Atwell or Demario Douglas or Juwan Johnson in my flex because I need some points this week. And like that shit makes those games exciting.
That is totally fair, and I don't disagree with your thought at all. I just think it's annoying that I have to pay attention to Tutu Atwell.
I feel you, but like in season,
that's literally all I'm complaining about. Of course it's going to be exciting. I've been in a league that's like this size roster for so many years now. I just, like I said, I don't care about Tutu Atwell in real life. It's hard to care about him in fantasy. But like, you're right. I don't disagree with you. Also, points are so much more fun than not scoring points. Yeah, so like, I get it.
Yeah.
And again, like it's gonna like the real thing about it isn't even about like the caring about that extra player. It's about, for me, it's like that's what's gonna make you have to make those decisions where you are going to maybe overpay for someone or go try and trade for someone because you need to fill in those spots, because those contending
Absolutely.
teams need that extra depth. And that in the
Yeah,
end makes like a
100%.
big difference in building that out. Now, personally, I think we should have more actual bench spots. Like I know it's kind of ridiculous, but like we only have
I mean,
12
you can't
bench
really.
spots.
Who else are you going to put on your bench?
Bro, I'll pick up 10 of these players right now.
Okay, that actually does bring me to the next like rule part. Our rosters are so deep. I'll tell you guys right now, Fab's worthless. Like it feels so worthless.
Oh, it right now, obviously, but like
It
mid-season when
feels
Juwan
so
Jennings
worthless.
starts like actually having a role in the offense, or like Michael Gallup comes back and he's got like a good week and you need that filler, right? Or
My
whatever,
boy
like
Weapon X,
QB,
Gippy.
whatever QB gets injured, like, and Huntley starts playing because Watson gets
That's
injured.
totally fair. Yeah, you're totally right.
You need to pick up
That's
like
also
Ertz for a week or Smythe or whoever the fuck it is, right? Like
true.
it's gonna come into play big time, and like not for everyone, but like every now and then you're gonna have like a James Conner who pops up at the end of the off season, and like, oh, this guy might be the starter, and you're gonna want to drop like all your fab
Yeah,
on him.
yeah, that's fair.
And it's more so in
I just
season. Off
know, I
season,
just
it's
know
not really that
Jason.
effective.
Every trade that Jason's gonna make I'm gonna guess starting in August is gonna include at least 6 fab. Every single trade.
Coming for him or him asking for it?
No, asking for it. He's a. I mean, it's true to his religion. He is a hoarder of theoretical dollars.
Hey, that fab comes into play, like I said. But yeah, I mean, there's chance that players like that don't get drafted, right? And then they start showing out a bit, and you gotta drop all the fab for them, right? So
Yeah, like Jake Bobo.
Jake
He's gonna be
Bobo,
a
baby.
monster. How do you guys think the tight end premium is gonna hold up?
So tight end premium is pretty cool. It doesn't give the shitty tight ends that much more value because pretty much you're looking for touchdowns from them. But what it does is it
Right.
kind of separates that top tier of tight ends.
I think it makes that top tier a little bit bigger.
I don't think it opens it up that much. I think it widens the spread of like those top 8 guys from the rest. Again, it just makes the tight ends not as touchdown dependent, which the majority of them are.
And this is the first tight end premium league that I'm in, so I'm kind of excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I have tight end premium in all the dynasty leagues I play. I've been putting it in the redraft leagues I play, and it really doesn't feel like it makes like you're not really gonna notice like when a tight end has a big game, they have a big game, right? And it's already full PPR. Now, getting into the scoring rules, my thing, one league I'm in that has felt super good, this scoring setup, is tiered PPR, which I might have mentioned it. Basically, it's 0.5 per reception for running backs, 1 for wide receivers, and 1.5 for tight ends. And that's just felt really good because it just kind of spreads things out, and it does make like wide receivers a little more valuable, but like it also just limits how like insane some of the running backs can be. And now like we're not seeing too many
McCaffrey's.
workhorse backs like McCaffrey, Brees Hall, Bijan, like those guys, Gibbs, they have insane receiving upside, right? Like the reason why McCaffrey's so valuable is because he's like 2 players in one, right? And Brees Hall too,
Right.
like that dude got insane targets and touches last year, and it just kind of again balances that out. So you like there's not one player that's just absolutely insane because they're getting 8 targets a game and 15 touches, rushes.
That's totally fair.
It's felt really good in this other league that I'm in. Like the scoring's still super high. Yeah, I don't know. It's felt pretty good, and I would definitely like to potentially, petition that. And the other thing for me is 6-point passing touchdown. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm not really following why we did the 4-point passing touchdown, but like whatever, we'll try it out. We're gonna make changes. This is year 1 of a league. Like it's all good.
Yeah, I think 6-point just like again helps that balance. Like the rushing QBs already have such an edge on non-rushing QBs.
I would love to go for chaos and make interception minus like 4 or 6. That would be fun as hell.
Well, so what we've done is
That would be
6-point passing touchdown, and then -2 for an interception, -4 or -6 if it's a pick six.
It's a pick six. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I think that would be
I
so
like
much fun.
that.
But these are all like, the scoring is what it is at this point. I think the first year we leave it as it is, and then we kind of see what was good, what was bad, and we'll go next. And obviously, I think Matt's going to be super open to that. I think everybody in the league will be super open to making changes when the year's done and everything. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for year one for sure, and I really do like the tight end premium.
Yeah.
I'm high on I definitely have the belief like it expands the top tier. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm such a tight end guy. I'm such a white football fan. It's embarrassing.
I think it's also okay. So yeah, so it's in the tiered PPR one that I'm talking about. It's 0.2 per rush attempt. So that's what kind of balances it out a little bit with being 0.5 per reception. And
I don't know if I like
I'm not
that.
sure about that, but like even like 0.1 per rush attempt, like if we're gonna cut it down to 0.5 per reception, then throw them like,
pot
But doesn't
stickers.
doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of like nerfing the point per reception if you're just gonna give them 0.2 back for a rush, which is just like they can rush the ball and then just get stopped in the line of scrimmage. It's like 0.2 points.
Well, yeah, that's why I
yeah.
said maybe like 0.1 instead. But like it's
Yeah.
the same thing. Like a reception for a running back is not as valuable should not be as valuable as a reception for a wide receiver, because a lot of them are little dump offs, not like contested.
Not like
catches
actual
down the
catches.
field.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You guys ready for a crazy rule I just thought of while Potts was speaking? What if we did points per handoff for a quarterback?
Minus points per handoff?
No, plus points. Jimmy G would be the #1 overall pick every year.
Yeah,
That would make Brock
great.
Purdy
You've seen that man's handoffs? They're incredible. Brock Purdy? Oh.
Points for handoff touchdown when they hand it off and the running back runs it in.
Points per PPH, points per handoff.
PPHJ, points per hand job.
Yeah. Joey and Mikey would destroy the league in points per hand job.
Yeah.
Who's got Watson?
I think it's Rowan, actually. Rowan loves criminals.
He really does.
Well, yeah, didn't he? He met Alvin Kamara last year. Remember that, Pods? He met Alvin Kamara like right before he assaulted someone in Vegas. Then I think he also met Braxton Berrios.
Brown.
Oh yeah, he saw Jaylen Brown, like
NBA champion Jaylen Brown.
Just loves meeting and supports criminals. Fuck you, Rowan.
Oh jeez. All right. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much covers like all the rules that I could think about and all the league stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm just excited to be in like a different type of league, where we're changing up the tight end, we're changing up, the roster sizes and everything like that. I think it's going to be an exciting year.
Yeah, I think usually what you do when you like draft the next year is you have to drop people and whatnot. I think it would be cool to just, since it's just will be second year, maybe just add 3 more bench spots. Yeah. Make it a flat 15 instead of 12.
That could be cool.
And just like I was looking at this, I was getting a little excited because I'm playing Jason week 1, so that got me hype. I'm like, let's go.
Congrats!
Right.
Congrats on the dub.
That's going to be easy.
I think that does kind of segue us pretty successfully into team rankings.
Team rankings. So here we're not going to use Matt's rankings because I don't know what the fuck those were. Honestly, it was very unclear.
That.
But I've got this site.
Sorry for the stray, Matt.
Sorry for the stray, Matt. But yeah, we got these rankings here, right? This is the Dynasty value ranking from the Dynasty nerds. It's pretty cool. I don't necessarily recommend it for everyone because I don't really actually use it, but it's fun to check out every now and then.
That's right. No free ads.
But yeah, so we could see based on Dynasty value. Honestly, I guess I'm not too surprised that Rowan's like pretty down.
I am a little surprised on that because this is saying like they're positioning their teams for success in a dynasty environment, right? Like they're going to be positioned for success for a long time.
Well,
so the higher you are,
valued, like they give values to the players, and it's just your like player value. So like, I mean, you can see like my tight ends, I got no fucking value here. All I have is Mark Andrews. Like all these 4ths and 3rds, like if we can do
why
like
would
each
Mark
spot
Andrews be
spot.
valued so high?
Because he's a good tight end, like this year and
older.
Dynasty.
Like, isn't he getting older though?
You can even think of this kind of like potential trade value in Dynasty even.
Yeah, I got you now.
So like we see like Rohan's got Caleb Williams 8K. That's probably like one of the highest valued players. Like
but
Patrick
then it's
Mahomes
JJ.
is
Okay,
10K.
I gotcha.
8K, but then like Deshaun Watson, Penix 1K, 1.7 was like JJ McCarthy. Running backs, he has zero value at running backs in Dynasty. Zero value, right?
I mean, we know he's going to make trades for running backs before the season starts. That has to happen.
And I mean, not really, because if he wants to tank, you don't really want running backs.
Well, that's fair, I guess, but I assume Rowan is not going to actually actively tank.
He's up to something. I don't know what he's up to.
So we can see Matt's up in here 1. I'm 2nd. TJ 3rd. Max 4th.
TJ being 3rd is crazy to me. Can you go to TJ?
That's surprising. Yeah.
He's got Stroud is valued very high, and he's got Garrett Wilson, Nico, and Chris Olave, who are all valued very high. I mean, Ricky Pearsall is valued above Jaden Daniels or Jaden Reed, which I think is a little ridiculous, but
I wanted Ricky Pearsall so bad.
And everyone's got pretty much the same draft value, right? If we go like anyone, I have like Matt has the least, and I have the most because I have his 2nd. He has my 3rd, but everyone else's is 2,700. Gotcha. So draft value is pretty much irrelevant here. But yeah, CJ Stroud is valued as like I think probably I guess the 2nd highest quarterback. Well, we can take a look right at and at the bottom we've got Jason is just
that is incredible. I am so happy that happened. Sucks.
All right, but we'll see. Maybe his contender value is a little bit higher, and I don't know if they've factored in the fact that Lawrence and Stevenson just got paid, right? His wide receiver value is pretty good, so we can actually go ahead and obviously it makes sense that Aaron and Potts are a little bit lower here because they've got pretty good contending teams. Although I'm surprised you're coming down there, Potts. I think it's
no, well, I mean, he's got some age.
It makes sense. I got a lot of old guys on my team.
Yeah.
Josh Allen over 10K too. Wow.
Like if we just look at quarterbacks, right, we can see that, right, Rowan's 2nd in quarterback. Matt 1st, me 3rd.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. Cheech, Jake,
Richardson.
Aaron. Jason's still at the bottom there. And then we can go ahead and look at just running backs.
I love that Jason's at the bottom. He's going to get so mad, and I'm so here for it.
Well, yeah, in running back, he's at least 7 here.
He's got okay.
Right. I'm honestly surprised I'm at 9 with Cook, Pacheco, Spears, Warren. They got Ray Davis over Jalen Warren. That shocks me.
That's not gonna hold.
I don't know what the fuck that is. But like, right, Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, obviously that's number 1 there.
Obviously.
Bijan,
no questions.
Swift, like that's easy 2nd place there. Even with these slightly older guys, right? Obviously, Christian McCaffrey, Barkley have some real good value.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, well, McCaffrey just got paid too.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, like me and Matt, who are 1 and 2, we're 9 and 10 in terms of our running backs here, right? But then I think wide receiver is really interesting. Obviously, like we said, TJ's looking really good there. Ruin's a bit more.
Is it still dynasty value of these wide receivers?
Dynasty value, yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right.
That definitely makes sense that I'm a little bit lower than.
Pretty weak on his dynasty value here.
I don't really understand that. I feel like McConkey and Coleman should skyrocket his value.
They may, but like right now they're still unproven. Like they're like 2nd round rookie draft picks. You know.
That's fair, I guess.
Like if we look at Ladd and Keon Coleman versus like Rome Odunze and
okay, and Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison's already fucking
that makes sense.
High, right? And who has
that's really Malik Neighbors, Cheech. That's Mikey and Joey. Cheech has Neighbors,
Cheech is that up at 5K, right? So
I feel like Neighbors is gonna. Well, it's tough if he's getting thrown to by Daniel Bones.
Neighbors is so good, man. I'm so excited to watch him play as a Giants fan. Sorry, just had to go off topic there for like a half second.
No, he's been looking really good.
We're talking football, Potts.
Also, Potts, maybe go back to your other speakers because your speaker's not too clean right now. We're gonna get you guys both some nice microphones.
I was thinking I couldn't find it, but I was thinking of using my old Rock Band microphone and just have a little like microphone here. Be like, "What's up, guys?" Potts, we cannot hear you at all. Bosco, we're gonna stray from football for a minute. I don't know if I give up this vibe, but I am so nasty at Guitar Hero. It's not even funny,
bro. I used to be absolutely filthy at that game. I never got Fires in the Flame, but there was this one song.
I'm better than you.
Oh, you flamed that fire?
I've 97'd it, bro.
Jeez. There was gosh, what was that song?
No, Potts, we don't have you. This is
full
instrumental. Excellent football podcasting. Oh, I know exactly what song you're talking about. Oh, shit. I know exactly what song you're talking about. I hate this. I know exactly the song you're
Bro,
talking
right. It's like on the tip of my fucking brain, but I can't figure out what it
about. Is it the FCP remix? Is it the FCPM remix?
I don't fucking remember. It was one of like the downloadable ones, like the DLC shit. Guitar Hero 3.
No, yeah.
Goated ass song.
I actually, funny enough, sorry guys, this is all while Potts figures out his microphone situation because he's a fucking poverty podcaster. I hope we leave all of this in. It's so bad, dude.
So we need to get IT over here.
Yeah, do we have an IT budget, Bosco?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah. Well, anyway, too far from here, but while Louis figures it out, I cannot get over. Can you go back to running backs for a minute?
Yes, sir.
I am surprised that Jason. I am surprised with Ramondre Stevenson's ranking. I would have thought he'd be a little.
Yeah, and maybe they just haven't really factored it in, or like they just don't give a fuck.
Or
But like
maybe
that
they
was a
just
big
hate Ramondre
contract.
Stevenson.
That was like a
No, we can't hear you, Pots.
This is a big running back contract, like a nice, big, long, juicy one. He's like the seventh highest paid running back right now, or something. Yeah, just leave and come back. It should fix itself.
Yeah,
But yeah. So
I mean,
this is right. This is Dynasty now. We're gonna switch it over. Contender. So we can see contender wise, right? I'm gonna go full screen here.
I like this one better.
Yeah, like we predicted, right? Max, Jake, Aaron, Potts, you guys all up in that top 4 there. Down at the bottom.
For sure, yeah.
Oh well, unfortunately, it looks like Jason's still just he moved up. He moved up to spot.
Moved up.
He got a spot up.
No, the only thing more fitting than this would have been Jason just being sick on both. His first round exit on both.
He's painfully mid. Apparently at Dynasty he's painfully terrible.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, we got bottom up for contending. Obviously, Rohin down at the bottom there. Jason, Cheech, Matt, myself.
Whoa,
Mo,
there's a
TJ,
pretty significant jump.
Right.
That's a pretty significant jump in value from 9 to 8.
Yeah, going from 29,000 to 34,000. I mean,
wow,
Matt's again. A lot of that I think is in the running back because like where the wide receiver and the QB were super valuable in Dynasty, right? Running back's the king. I mean, I was me and Matt, we were low on the running back totem in Dynasty too. And
fair.
We could see like these. I mean, this is obviously just the best running back core right there.
That's a really good running back.
Yeah, I mean, like having Derrick Henry as your 3 and James Conner as your 4, even though you got the upper echelon here of Christian McCaffrey and Barkley, then he's got White and Gus Edwards. And like Gus Edwards could be kind of toast. White, we'll have to see.
Do not sleep on my boys. Do not sleep on my boys.
Yeah, now you got a solid ass squad here with your running back. Dan's looking like Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Brooks, Rashad White. I mean, these guys are valued pretty high, I guess. But I mean, even you can see the first 3 to the drop off. Then it's like
there's a drop off.
4 through 8, pretty average, and we can see like in the values 34 to 38, right?
True.
That's the difference between those spots.
And then it jumps up another 6,000 to Aaron to 44. Right.
Wide receiver wise, we actually got you up top here now with Lamb, Evans, and Adams. I mean,
let's go, baby. CD's nuts.
Squad ready to freaking stomp on them. Potts, you're right behind him with Moore, Debo, Allen, Cup. I mean, that's a scary. We were talking about that last ep. That's a scary starting lineup you got
a good
there.
Squad.
Surprised Addison's lower than Worthy, but.
Yeah, Addison did score a lot of touchdowns last year. A lot of it was touchdowns, I feel like, for Addison last year, like long touchdowns.
Yeah.
Because his quarterback situation is so much more suspect than Xavier Worthy's is Patrick Mahomes. So
that's fair. But yeah,
this is true.
I feel like this is pretty accurate. How are you gonna have Najee Harris at 2,952 and then Jalen Warren, who literally outproduced him in every metric, at 96?
Well, we've seen Arthur Smith.
Disrespect.
Bro, no.
We've seen Arthur Smith not know how to use good running backs. So
Tomlin came out and said, because they asked him what do you think about switching the role for Arthur Smith there, and he was like, it's a different thing being a head coach when you get to make the decisions and being like a not head coach where you get to give suggestions. But ultimately, it's the head coach's decision, the one who's making the decision. So he pretty much shut that down
He
real
basically
quick
just
when
said
people were
he
kind of
basically
asking.
said Arthur Smith is a fucking moron.
Pretty much.
He's
Said,
gonna call offense and that's it.
Yeah, if that much. He's going to give offensive not decisions, suggestions. End of the day, that's Tomlin's team. He's kept them above 500
plays,
every
right?
single year that he's been there. So he's not putting
That
his
is-
ass on the
it's
line
such a
because of Arthur
crazy
Smith.
stat.
I
It's
will
such a
give
crazy
Arthur
stat.
Smith credit, though. I will give Arthur Smith credit, though. He was a good offensive coordinator in Tennessee before he got the Atlanta job. So,
All right, wait, Potts.
Just be a coordinator.
I'm so certain that you could have been a good offensive coordinator when it was just hand the ball off to prime Derrick Henry.
Or throw it to, like,
I mean, true.
fucking
Or
rising
throw
star
it
A.J.
deep
Brown.
to A.J. Brown, yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, like, what's the play call, coach? I don't know. Give it to the big guy. No, coach. I don't know. Throw it to the
Yeah,
other big guy.
bad. Tannehill was kind of bad before he got there, but I guess that's more on the quarterback coach.
People is literally standing there looking at Arthur Smith with his chinless face going like, hey, Art. And Art goes, big ball. Mike Vrabel goes, okay, throw it to A.J. Brown. And Arthur Smith's like, I didn't mean that big dude, but it worked.
You know what? Honestly, little sidetrack here. R.I.P. Marcus Mariota, who could have been such a fucking stud, but then he got like nerve damage in his arm and couldn't grip the ball anymore. That shit sucked.
Also, Marcus Mariota respect train. Can we also give a little shout out to his one play where he threw a touchdown to himself in the playoffs?
Fuck, I forgot about that. That shit's
against the Chiefs. Against the
insane.
Alex Smith-led Chiefs. Doinked it off someone's dome and caught a touchdown. Beast. That's that Oregon education. You don't see anything, you make it.
You make it happen.
I am shocked that TJ's team is... Well, no, I'm not that shocked. TJ's team is actually okay. He's going to run his team into the ground somehow, though.
I mean, it's these wide receivers for him that are holding his team up here. And Mostert's value still. But it's crazy how CJ Stroud.
Simply with the fucking zero.
The zero.
So good.
What's crazy how CJ Stroud goes from like 9,000 to like 6,000 when it goes to contender team, which is I think what we were kind of talking about, like the overvaluing of drafting him 102
of CJ Stroud. Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's like you look at Josh Allen, which is on Aaron's team. It's 10K. Same thing with Mahomes. Like Hurts.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, where does Jordan Love stand?
Jordan Love, 2K, 2.3, and then Dynasty.
In contender.
Yeah, and then in Dynasty, he's 7K.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I think he's poised for a good year, man. I think he's going to be real good.
Yeah, but you see, like I was saying, like everyone's team's pretty even. Once you go to contender, like you start to see like kind of big drop-offs. And like having the bigger rosters is going to create a little bit bigger splits here. Where like it's not going to be so even. Like even this is pretty like lateral down, and it's going to make this not so flat.
That's totally fair. I like this view a lot. Obviously, it's only June, but once we get closer to the season, these numbers will start getting like a little bit more like a wider gap, and we can start getting real deep into the weeds of this kind of stuff. But for right now, it's really cool to see this, and it's really, really especially cool to know that Jason's at the bottom.
In pretty much both. Yeah. Yep. All right, but let's get
Sorry for the stray J.
Sorry for the stray J. Let's get to the real main portion here. Ranking all of y'all dumbasses, right?
I love this. I
don't really know any of you guys, so I'm pretty much just gonna have to go off the impressions I got from the draft and from trade talks and things that.
I just want to clarify something. This is vibes, right? Like we're not saying like, I mean, maybe we could take some past history into account, but like this is on vibes. Right?
No, yeah, this is vibes.
Just name the bottom one, Jason. I mean,
okay, we'll start with the namesake here, Jason. Unfortunate, boop there, right? I mean, eesh.
Let's talk about it first, because Jason really isn't actually that bad.
That's why it's not. That's why it's not an F tier. It's a tier of its own. Just Jason.
Jason's here. Jason is so good at talking that game. Having a couple good weeks in a row and be like, oh shit, is it Jason's year? And then it's never Jason's year. It'll never be Jason's year. It's never been Jason's year. He's going to stay in place 6 to 8, no matter what. Sorry, Jason.
Lock it in.
But you're going in the stray J tier.
It's the stray J tier. I mean, I'm willing actually to
bump it up over D.
Put him up here.
So
because
mid.
Right, yeah, he's being a champ. He's a champ for being the Stray J himself, right? He deserves at least mid tier there.
I like that.
That's perfect.
Now, obviously, I'm gonna have to be a little biased here, and you guys we can move him around. But I mean, we're doing the fucking pod, S tier fucking.
Oh yeah, obviously.
S tier
What is that
here.
picture? What is that picture?
S tier. Oh yeah, this is you and Rob there.
Dude,
Is
pull that up.
there any way to make that bigger?
How do I fucking zoom in? Someone, I need IT.
That's so stupid.
Oh fuck, what I do now? What I do now? Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
You've got your certified S tier up here. The
Yeah,
Stray
fact,
J
no.
Potters
Yeah.
bringing the
Oh, yeah.
funds and guns and buns to all your lives here. So I mean,
Confirmed. My ass is tight.
Toy. It was
Can
so
confirm.
funny actually when we were going. I was thinking about last time when we were saying, me and Potts were both like, we're not big white guys, and you were like, well, I was like, you know what, we are just two big white guys and one really compact white guy.
Yeah. That's true. Very fair. Astute assessment there, Bosco.
But so
All right,
totally
I think-
unbiased S tier, us three, 100%. That makes sense.
Okay, I think actually unbiased, and I think Potts will agree with me. TJ needs to go in the D category.
DJ
I
in the D
agree.
category.
TJ, outside of
TJ,
yeah, I mean,
go ahead, Potts.
TJ, I've lived with this man 4 years in college. Played fantasy football with him my entire life, pretty much. And he always just manages to find a way to fuck everything up. And I think that's the best way to summarize TJ. Outside of that, like one time in redraft where he went on like a crazy run, it's just been like questionable decision after questionable decision in every league. I don't know if that kind of hits it, Jake, but
I've been in that redraft league for, I think this is my 4th season now, and TJ has been the Sacco of that league twice in 4 years.
And
I mean, he ran the beer mile like a champ.
He's so good at beer miles, though. It's impressive as hell. Maybe
He's
put him
got
in the
practice.
the beer mile beast.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
it's a beer mile champ.
That's
Yeah, there you go.
perfect.
Okay, I like that. I like
Beer
that.
Mile champ
Also,
here.
change S tier to Stray J Pod King.
That's fair. That's
Yes, fact.
fair. TJ also
Number
just
one
seems
in your
like
heart.
he's the most, probably one of the most active in the chat right now. Big shit talker, but not necessarily in like not even a shit talker way, just a talker way. Big talker way. He chimes in on everything. It's sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative.
Bosco, I would just like to say, welcome to the crew, boy. Like you understand TJ.
I have a question for you, Bosco. Have you gotten any of the classic TJ trade offers where it's just the most ridiculous fucking thing you've ever seen in your life? Have you gotten any of those yet?
During the draft, yeah, I got a few of those for sure.
Oh, man.
And
All right,
obviously,
let's
we
move on
traded
then.
like 4th round picks or something in 2026. I don't even know.
I think this is going to be a controversial. I'm going to move on to the next guy, just so we don't slurp TJ a little bit.
on schedule. Yeah.
I think this is going to be a controversial pick, but I want to put Mo Cannon, I'm not a sucker, in the Stray J tier.
Oh, interesting.
Why, you ask? Jason brought him in, so I can only assume he's as shitty as Jason is.
I'm actually gonna add another row for Mo himself. The Get Messenger.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah.
Because like real talk, homie,
You
like
might not even see this because
he's literally not even
you
gonna
might not
see
even
this.
see this.
Like,
Like,
I
You might as well be Brian.
God.
who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who you? Like
Yeah.
literally, this man's is just like he's grayed out. He's grayed out for me. I haven't had a single interaction with
Here
him.
it goes. Yeah,
That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
that's fair.
I want to revisit Potts' ranking for a second. Now I know Potts, you're a Stray J Pod King. However, your co is Gerald.
Oh.
That might have dropped me down a tier. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I would like to put you in the. Are we making a new row?
He's in the need a new mic tier.
Needs a new mic tier, and also needs to stop
Yeah.
wearing.
I know you got a fancy one like
jerseys
you,
from Jets
Bosco.
players.
Oh, I feel so professional.
Okay, as far as real rankings is concerned, though, I think we need to put Big Cheech into the A column.
Big Cheech. I gotta say,
I
I agree with that. I've had real good conversations with Cheech and his co-owner. I feel like they are actual people, reasonable people here. That's Mikey and Joe.
That's incorrect. Incorrect that they're reasonable people, but they are
Yeah.
very good at what they do.
Reasonable, and so that like they
Um,
actually will have a discussion, and it's been pleasant conversations with them. You know, whether it's been a yes or a no on the trade, you know, they respond. They usually give pretty good reasoning and whatnot. It's been solid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever made a trade with Mikey, but I've had a lot of conversations with him. More often than not, it's just we can't come to an agreement. We value certain players a little bit more differently than one way or the other. But Mikey is a really, really, really good manager. He's won a couple of times, I think, in redraft. I think he's won twice, right? Pots?
2 or 3 times. It might be 3.
Yeah, Mikey's won
don't know.
a handful of times. He follows football really meticulously. He knows what he's doing pretty well. Like overall, he's just good at it. And Joey gives the best pump up hand jobs to his players, and it just gets them ready for the game. It's unbelievable.
Makes the Sean Watson real proud.
Yeah. All right, Bosco, I'm curious. You pick the next person. I want to see a true ranking from you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put Matt in C for commish because he's just the commish.
All right.
That's kind of
I thought you were gonna make a real ranking.
he's C for commish. I mean, like you're gonna love him, you're gonna hate him, right? He brought us together. He brought me in, so I can't put him like lower than that, but I can't really put him higher than that. He's like the epitome of like
You
mid-tier.
can put him in D for douche.
No, I feel like if we had a D for douche tier, I feel like that would go for Aaron, just because Aaron's kind of just like I feel like I've known a lot of Aarons in my life, and they've all kind of been douches. Like I don't think I've met an Aaron that's not actually kind of a douchebag.
It's funny because his Joey totally also a douche.
Okay, so yeah, we're going a new row.
No, they're great.
D for douche. How do you spell douche?
DOUCH.
D-O.
Douche ish. Douche ish. We'll give him that. Also, I mean, this motherfucker drafting Barkley and Allen and McCaffrey. Fuck you.
That's a big douche move. You're right.
It's a big fucking douche move. He said, "Hey, I'm just gonna have like all the highest scorers in the league, probably." Like, I mean, I guess he's got like Ayuk as his wide receiver one, but like, you know, I think Ayuk will be fine.
Also has Josh Allen though, so
yeah.
All right, I wanna propose Dan Satari 28 into B.
Okay.
But it's B for bitch.
That's fair. That's fair.
Dan's such a bitch. My God, I fucking hate Dan.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I don't know about his co-manager Will though. So Will, apologies for you catching the stray, but Dan's a bitch.
I will say, you know, I've had some talks with them. They've been okay. He's you know, reached out to his they've responded and stuff. Again, it's pretty much all I can go off of here. I tried to put out a pretty juicy trade, a nice little 3-way, and they were open to it. So, you know, I think the B is respectable. Seems like he's going to be a good owner, good person to have in the league for sure. I like him so far.
Yeah, Dan's a great guy. He actually is how I met my wife. So, I'll actually, Dan is going to be part of the story of my future kid about how I met my kid's mother. So, congrats to Dan. You're still a bitch.
And baby, because he's part of the baby story.
Well, he's actually bitch and how about we do bitch and betrothed because is part of my marriage story.
Betrothed. Is that how you spell betrothed? I don't know how to spell, guys.
Yes, that is correct spelling.
Gotcha.
Another candidate, in my opinion, for the bitch and betrothed category, but really because it's actually B, Max.
Max, okay.
Yeah.
Max is kind of an enigma to me. I'm not really sure where I'm at with Max.
Yeah, wait. I want to hear Bosco. I want to hear your first impressions of Max. What do you think? What are you going on?
Hey, he likes my jokes. So you know what? Honestly, A tier. I feel like we got some type of
A for ass kisser. A for ass kisser. Joke?
A for
Bosco.
A for.
Or no, B for brown noser. B for brown noser.
Yeah, B for brown noser. Pots from
sense
the top row.
of humor. Max.
Yeah, Joey and Mikey are actually A tier, but Max is A because he likes Bosco's jokes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
exactly. He's been. I feel
No,
like
but
we
seriously, what do you
vibed
think
on the
of Max?
jokes there and everything. feels he seems like a funny dude. I could see myself hanging out with him and making bad jokes together. Now I'm gonna have to put Rohan in the
Wait. Before you get to Rowan,
oh okay.
okay, put Rowan down.
I can't put it down. I can't put it down
I'll
anymore.
bet.
Put him where you need to.
I'm gonna have to put him on the who you because like he didn't trade. Or D for didn't trade. Like what the fuck? Like that's a douchey move. No trades. All he's stuck to his guns, sure, and made all his picks. But like you're up, bro. Come on, join the league. I don't think he's even messaged much in the. No, it's the who you because he barely even messages in the group or anything. I got no impression of this guy other than he doesn't trade.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy right now. However, I am forced.
Be that guy.
I would hate on the outside looking in. I'm looking at the who you section, and I'm noticing a trend between the two people and their names. We have Muhammad and we have Rowan. Now, what does that tell you about someone like Bosco? Putting those two guys with those two names, who is a big white guy, I don't care about you, Colin. That's a problem.
We need a new tier. We need an R tier. We need an R tier.
We might need an R tier, and it might need to be Bosco.
Okay. We'll go
ahead.
I want to be that guy, but you force my hand and make it obviously you need to make that tier colored black. Bosco.
We're going purple. That's the color because that's the
white.
color of love, and the love is questionable.
It should be white, actually. Yeah, good point.
It should be white.
It totally should be white.
Questionable. Oh, jeez.
Bosco, because you are new to this group of guys, I actually would give me who you think genuinely is going to be top 3 managers in terms of making good trades. Like you look at all their moves, you're gonna be like, I get why that person made that move. That made sense. Or you like how they drafted or whatever. Give us your top 3 and give us a little bit of why you think each one of them is there.
All right, well, let's see. Matt's obviously very active. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to make the best trades, so I don't know about that. Again, I think Cheech, I've had some good conversations with him, so I think he'll be up there. TJ seems just, he could actually join me in that questionable category. Let's see.
Maybe for a different reason.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think Aaron's gonna have to. I think anyone that's in that top 4, right? If we go back to this of the contenders here, I think Max, Jake, Aaron, Pots, right? You guys are all going to have to be good traders and give up some, overpay a bit if you want to stay up in that top tier. Which means this middle tier of Matt through Dan, we got to really decide which way we want to go. Even Cheech as well. Throw Cheech in there too. We got to decide which way we want to go. So I think given that, Jake, you've seen a reasonable person. I'd put you up there as well.
Let's go.
And who did I trade a lot with? I mean, let's pull up the draft board.
I mean, you traded a good amount with Aaron.
Look at
we only had one trade, I think. No, we might have made 2 trades, Bosco.
Show more. Oh my god, I had so many fucking trades.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, me and Max, me and Aaron traded a bit. Me and Jake, again, I think Max gotta be up there. Yeah, Aaron.
So
and Max,
who's your definitive top 3?
I'll go 4. I'll go both of you guys, Max and Cheech.
We made it, Jake.
Yeah.
All right, that's a respectable ranking. I will say, so based on historical and finishing, top 3 in this group would probably have to be Cheech,
Rowan.
I think Cheech, Aaron, and Rowan, or Cheech, Matt, and Rowan. Who has more wins, Matt or Aaron?
Aaron, I think. Matt won one.
So the 3 of them
in the championship 1 year.
Yeah, so Rowan actually has the most championships.
Yeah, Rowan and Cheech.
And then the next tier down is Matt and Aaron.
Got you. That's all. Is that all redraft though?
That's all redraft. And then once you get from that tier,
I will say in Dynasty, I won 1, Matt won 1, and then Matt's brother John won 1 in the other league.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So then Matt probably bumps up instead of Aaron. Then at that point, regardless, I think the top 3 that we're looking at for this year. I mean, not for this year, but just in general, in terms of managing ability in fantasy football, has been consistently Rowan, Mikey, and Matt/Aaron.
I'll say in my other league where Matt and Andre, Big Bostina, they came in and they picked up a team. I mean, they've really turned that team around. It ended up kind of in the mid tier, but I mean, they were able to scoop up a bunch of really good wide receivers. If Nick Chubb didn't get injured, and they had a slightly better quarterback, they definitely could have made a push for the playoffs. You know, if Carr kind of lived up, he has like the Carr Olave stack. If Carr wasn't a piece of like dog shit, then they might have been able to actually be somebody. But yeah, I could see that.
I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
Who are you most excited to try to make trades with during the season out of this whole list of people? Not taking into consideration their teams or your needs or anything like that, just based off of who you think you are going to have the most fun trade conversations with.
Again, like I said,
I got a follow-up question.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Follow-up question to that. Really excited to completely rip off or try to completely rip off in this league.
Great addition, Pots. So
gotcha.
Answer mine first, and then go with Pots.
So again, yeah, I think Mikey and Joey, I've had pretty good conversations with them. I've enjoyed talking to them, just in general, whether the trade goes through or not. I think they've been some of the most easy to talk to and discuss trades with. I feel like they're pretty open about what they want and what they don't want and stuff like that. I don't feel like I'm trying to like play games with them or anything. Jason's the big Keenan Allen guy, right? Yeah. So that
yes, Jason's the big Keenan Allen guy.
I tried to give it to him. I tried to get him to give it to him. Right. It was there for the taking. He didn't take it. Right. So that's kind of on him. And it's not like I'm most excited to rip him off. I just feel like he might be the easiest. It just might happen. It's just like we just might make a trade and it's just gonna go wrong for him in some way.
No, I will say this. For as much shit as we give Jason, he's good at this. He's not bad at it at all. He's just a very easy target to give shit to. I think I made so many trades with him in redraft, and it's always fair. We always say in our redraft chat, it's always Jay does fair trades. That's always the big one. And it's true. He does do it fair. I don't think I've really ever seen anyone involved in a trade with Jason get ripped off or him doing the ripping off.
You definitely ripped him off with Austin Eckler last year.
Oh, I totally did. You're so right. You're right. I totally did. I traded him straight up, Austin Eckler for Stephon Diggs.
Well, that didn't necessarily play out in your favor at the end of the year.
It didn't end up working out for me anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the better move. I had David Montgomery and Kyron Williams already as my two running backs. So
there you go. I can't wait to see if Rohan ever makes a trade. That's who I'm most excited to see if he ever trades.
He will.
I mean, from what you guys are saying, it sounds like he will. But I mean, I don't know this guy. And maybe Mo. I have never spoken with Mo, so I don't know who
think
this
any of us
fucker
have
is.
except for Jason. So Mo, if you're listening,
get Facebook Messenger.
Get Facebook Messenger, man. It's so simple. But I think we actually need. There's one thing that needs to be adjusted on this ranking here, and it's actually this ranking, Big Poppa ranking.
Big Poppa,
yeah,
Big Poppa ranking. Because we got a Big Poppa in the house here.
Yes, we do.
How are we feeling about this, man? You're about to be a daddy.
So I told you guys yesterday, she is pregnant, and we're coming up on 11 weeks pregnant, and that's about the time where you get to do the genetic testing to find out if there's any chromosomal abnormalities or anything like that. And luckily and thankfully, we got a good test done, and there was nothing to report. So healthy baby, healthy genetics, all that stuff. But what comes with that is the gender. Thank you, Potts. I appreciate it. But what comes with that is the gender. And so we decided to do a cute little video. We got a cake made up from Baskin Robbins. I picked it up. And let me tell you guys, if you ever find yourself in Connecticut and you need to find a gender reveal cake, do not get it from the Baskin Robbins in Cobb, which is a real town in Connecticut, because Lexi's coworkers were gracious enough to get us this cake, and I was picking it up on the way home, and they informed them, like, hey, the father is going to pick up the cake. Don't tell him what is in there. And so I went to go pick it up, and I go and I'm like, hi, like, I'm the father. I'm picking up for this person. And they're like, okay. They come in, and the receipt is very obviously on the front of the box. And the woman is like looking at me, is this right? And she's pointing to the name. I'm like, yeah, that's the name. And she's like, what about this? And it literally says internal frosting color. And I go and I block it. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't want to know. This is my cake. I don't want to know what's inside. So they tried hard to spoil it. They didn't. I didn't see it. I did a good job. I yanked it. I literally smacked the woman's hand away. I was like, stop. And ripped it off, crumbled it up, and threw it away. I was like, we're good. And I left. And I sent you guys the video. I think Bosco, you have it queued up here so that everybody can watch.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see.
But yeah, I would love to see your live reaction. And I did take the poll in the chat yesterday, but I don't know if I got your guys' guesses. What do you guys think it's going to be?
I'm going boy.
Okay. Pot says boy.
Do you have any siblings?
I have two sisters.
Actually,
and
that's a
Lexi-
good point. Shit.
Wait, so listen. I have 2 sisters, and Lexi has 4 sisters.
All right, I'm going girl.
Oh, all right. I like an underdog. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let's see it, boys.
So this
It's
is
not
just
up
the
here.
video. We're not on it yet. Just video here.
No, we're.
All right, here we go. The big reveal.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, bro, she can't have champagne. What the?
Those are our wedding glasses. Those are our wedding glasses.
Oh, nice.
And here we go.
It's a boy!
It's a boy!
Say that.
Congrats, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you, guys. Wow, good guess, man.
Is that the inside?
I had a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's the inside.
Woo! Boy!
It's a boy.
I didn't think I'd get any.
You got it. It's right there.
Boy team!
It's a boy.
It's a boy. Let's go. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Good job, Potts. And Jason, hey, we've been giving a lot of shit to Jason this whole episode, but to his credit, he put everything he had on boy. He was so confident, and sure enough, he was right. So no stray for Jay on this podcast ending.
In the last 2 minutes.
No stray for Jay.
I said ending. We're super excited, ready to start that chapter of life, obviously. We've been married 1.5 years at this point, and we're expecting January 12th, 2025.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, so it actually could be real close to championship weekend for us.
So what I'm hearing is that winner gets to name the baby or middle name of the baby. That's where we're agreeing on.
Well, that's where Lexi said I didn't immediately hate it. So we'll see. I'll work it in. So now, if you guys feel free to come up with some names, make some suggestions, I'll throw them at Lexi. She'll say no, but it'll be great. We'll have so much fun doing it.
I think we had some pretty
we'll
good
put a
ones in
poll
the
up for
chat
next
there.
episode.
Yeah,
God.
baby Jarnold.
That shit made me. I died, bro. Jarnold, bro. I died. I saw that. I was like, I'm naming every single character I ever make in every video game ever Jarnold from now on. Like, what the? That's hilarious.
Oh man, yeah, it's exciting. We're ready to go. We are going to be eventually buying a house out here, and we're going to stay in Connecticut. Yeah, we've got now the timeline starts. So we've got from now until kids start school to buy a house.
I was just so retarded for a second, and I was like, wait, January 2025? That's more than 9 months. Like, that's like, it's not even January yet, and you're looking at next January? Like, what the hell? Like, as though I'm thinking January 2026. Oh my God, bro. I just literally did like so much ridiculous mental math to try and figure that out. Holy shit.
That's funny.
Hell
The
yeah.
very convenient part of all of this is that Lexi is a nurse practitioner in obstetrics and gynecology. So she's actually a patient of her own practice, and we're getting treated very, very well. So,
Oh, that's good, because they say that doctors are the worst patients. So
well, she's not a doctor. She's a nurse practitioner. She's like one step below.
there you go.
A fraction of the schooling, which is so nice. But yeah, very exciting. Very excited. I'm glad I got to share it with all of you guys. And I'm glad that we have this kind of medium to share it with. So I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hell yeah. And then every year we'll be able to commemorate young Jarnold with our championship. It'll be so beautiful.
Yeah, true.
Maybe that'll be the name
True.
of the trophy, the Jarnold.
The
Who
The
knows?
Jarnold Trophy. The Jarnold Lewis Trophy.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 2 of the Stray J podcast. Hope you guys had some fun. Keeping this one a little shorter, a little lighter. We'll keep coming at you as the season gets closer, as trades go down, as the suspense builds. As always, it's your boy Bosco. here with. With Jake your girl out back and fuck her good, and Louie liability for that joke. He's taking the liability on that one. That actually was his. He texted me right now, and that's how I came up with that one. So yeah, that's his fault. Hope you guys enjoy. We will catch you next time.
Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic by the trees. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. To the honeys getting money, playing niggas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby.